Songs of the Year is essentially performed by Kendrick Lamar the other day at the Kia Forum in LA. It was called Ken and Friends. Now, many artists and legendary sports individuals came out to support Kendrick, as well as the mastermind producer that obviously made the beat in 30 minutes, according to an interview Mustard did on Big Boy TV. For those that don't know, Mustard is a legendary beat maker, and he's obviously he's legendary in the space, and not because of the beats he's obviously produced and created for other artists, but some of the talent is obviously discovered along the way. Before I start talking about my playlist, I was watching Mustard on Big Boy TV, and they were cutting it up on different facets of Mustard's life. But what amazed me is when I heard that it only took him 30 minutes to make that beat. I was thinking, 30 minutes to make a beat? That's genius. He said, right, he would send out 5 beats a day to an artist, like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Top of the morning to you, blah, blah, blah. And he was just sending them out every day and every day, every day, every day. And he sent it to Kendrick, and magic happened. But I just feel like when you're obviously producing beats all the time, it probably comes second nature, really, to you. Just like everybody else. I thought Mustard was in the studio with Kendrick doing the final touches, but he wasn't. He heard the music the same way everybody else heard it. Anyway, I digress. Now, other artists came out as well in obviously support of Kendrick's show. This guy had played the song 4 or 5 times, and it was legendary. It was lit. You have actresses, artists, everybody dancing to this song. This is exactly what I do in a car. If I like a song, I play it again and again, constantly having it on repeat, especially if a song is obviously too good. Now, this is one of many songs to obviously add to your playlist in the car. So this episode is essentially about what type of songs you would listen to in the car. Or is it dependent on your mood or the type of car you're driving? Do you know what I mean? Or would you just prefer to listen to the radio in the car? So let's talk about it. For me, down to your mood, not necessarily if you're driving an Escalade or an Aston Martin. Do you know what I mean? For me, I feel like listening to They Not Like Us, first of all, the song is timeless, and I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't win a Grammy. You get a sense of empowerment, enthusiasm. The lyrics in the song are fundamental to understanding yourself and those around you. Do you know what I mean? It's probably going to win a Grammy. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. It's definitely going to probably win a Grammy. It's probably going to win a Grammy. Anyway, I feel like the song puts you in a kind of positive mind frame. For me, when I hear the song They Not Like Us, you don't, I feel like to say, you don't know me. How you mean? You know? Something along those lines. Anyway. Then say, for example, you want to chill, or you're feeling a bit sassy. I have to have Megan Trainor in the car. I have to have her music in the car playing. I need to be in heels, behind the steering wheel, ideally in a drop top, such as a Bentley GTC Continental. Her music is amazing. It makes me feel like I want to obviously put my lippy on, and it gets me kind of animated behind the wheel with like cute girly gestures. On the other hand, I like to listen to Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift because I feel like her music, for me, her songs give me this attitude of being nonchalant. Like, I don't care, being carefree. Do you know what I mean? I really, really love her music. Whereas when I'm listening to Kendrick, I get into character. Like, my whole demeanor changes and aura changes. I'm like, you would think I'm on stage where I'm going, what? I get so hyped. Sometimes you got to pop out and show people. You know what I mean? You think, and I like the bit when he says, you think the bae gonna let you disrespect Pat? The way I behave behind the steering wheel, you would think I'm in a booth creating bars for hip hop songs. Trust me, trust and believe me. Like, his songs are so, I wouldn't say angelic, but his songs are so magnificent. Like, fuck the big three. No, it's just big me. Do you know what I mean? I just love Kendrick Lamar's songs. Now, Kendrick definitely put LA back on the map. It's up for LA right now. Anyway, take a look at my kind of car shenanigans. So basically, I'm in the, what car am I in? I'm in the MG, right? So basically, what I'm basically trying to show you guys is that obviously standard cars, when you're in a standard car and you don't really hear the engine, do you know what I mean? Because the engine is not so loud, the engine is not as loud as the bloody music. Listen. Bustin' on the beat, ho. The brony ass niggas trying to see Compton. The industry can hate me, fuck them all in but how you know niggas respect pop nigga? I think that open on the beat on the stack nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. No, it's not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. And then slow. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some P residents for bitches? You Malibu most I've been dumb. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time on the phone, same chains. Homie still double down, calling us slaves. Atlanta boxes, 12 over your foe. The other match, no option. So as you guys know, I obviously spoken about the impact the song They Not Like Us in relation to my playlist, well, obviously whilst driving in the car, and I've explained why I would listen to a particular music more than others. Since I'm in the studio today, I thought it only right to delve into a bit further why it seems that if you're driving a supercar, if you're driving a standard car, it's more easier for you to listen to the music, whereas if you're driving a supercar, it's not. Okay, before I obviously show you the footage, sorry, I got to do it. I really got to do it. Have you guys seen the video, or have you seen the visuals for They're Not Like Us? It's absolutely amazing, off the chain. I'm telling you, this song is gonna be here 20 years from now. It's timeless. It's a classic. Mustard on the beat. Oh. Anyway, I need to stop. This is what happens. My demeanor, whole aura changes when I listen to it. Anyway, my thoughts are this: whether you're driving a supercar worth 32 million or a standard car worth a couple of grand, with the windows down and music blaring, I feel like the way the music emulates from the sound system all depends on the engine. It all depends on the makeup of the car, really, and the specifications of the car. Because I found that when you're driving a normal standard car, you can hear it seamlessly, whereas if you're driving a supercar, yeah, you can hear it, and you can also hear the engine. Then when I just want to kind of be entwined, right, then when I just want to be entwined with myself, I listen to my favorite artist, well, one of my favorite artists from the island, and from St. Thomas. His music is one of reflection, elevation, and positivity. I feel like any song he is on ultimately is a hit. I've been listening to this particular individual from his first songs of Dream. Do you know what I mean? For me, his songs are not one-dimensional, as you never know what you're gonna get. When I'm in a car listening to his music, I reflect putting myself in a kind of mellow mood. Sometimes his songs make me want to kind of go raving or just be on a good, positive vibe and just have a great time. Then in the mornings, I generally like silence. I'm a person that likes silence. So if I'm in the car, the only thing that I listen to is obviously the radio. I like to kind of get in touch with what's obviously going on in the world. What really tickles my interest is radio stations that obviously discuss content, views, and opinions that are relatable. Yeah. Then obviously there's the quadruple threat: dancer, singer, artist, and obviously basketball player, CB. When I listen to his music, I get so many options to choose from whilst driving, because he is lit just all by himself. Even when he does collabs, I'm like, wow, who is that person? Let me go and check that person out. Because he's such a collaborative individual, you don't really need to kind of keep switching genres because he's kind of worked with practically everyone. I could just scroll down one of his songs and I'll be in, I don't know, I'll maybe be in the Caribbean or I'll be in Europe, or do you know what I mean? So when listening to his music, I would like to be, when I listen to his music, it's like, I would say his music is very much hybrid. You just get a bit of everything. Then there's Rick Ross and Meek Mill with their song Shocking Cold. They have so many great songs between them individually as artists, but when I listen to this particular song, I only use one hand on the steering. I only use one hand on the steering wheel. I just be putting my hand in the air, and you would think, "What's wrong with you, my girl?" But anyway, these are just a few of my favorite artists. If I had to list them all, we would be here practically all day. And I know you guys don't have time for that. However, I feel like if you're obviously driving a supercar or a hypercar, the engine will be so loud that to listen to, I don't know, They Not Like Us, or the guy from St. Thomas, or CB, I feel like it'd be too much because you got the music blaring and then you got the engine right at the back of your ear. It would just be an ultimate distraction. I ultimately think with cars such as Aston Martins and Escalades, you have to not get carried away whilst driving, as they are very powerful cars with ultra fast engines. As we all know, supercars obviously range anything from 232,000 to the most expensive being 32 million. But you have to bear in mind, when you're listening to music in the car, when you're driving these types of cars, the engines are going to be so loud, so you won't be able to really enjoy it and kind of embrace the music. So I feel the type of music I definitely listen. So I feel the type of music that I definitely listen to has to have a lot to do with my mood. Not necessarily the speed and the performance of the car, because the engines are too loud. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. Take care.